Coming up on this episode of The Sword. After experiencing racism, a Kennedy student shares his thoughts on how to address this challenging topic. A teacher at Kennedy works to reach her Olympic dream this summer. Finally, we'll have a warm recipe for cold days as we teach you how to make ramen. All that and more on this episode of The Sword.
You're watching The Sword, Kennedy High School's news magazine program.
Welcome, Cavaliers, to this episode of The Sword, Kennedy High School's news magazine show. I'm your host, Claudius Pacheco. Now, talking about racism can be uncomfortable. People will sometimes avoid it entirely. So how can we address it effectively? One Kennedy student shares his experience with racism and talks about ways we can deal with issues around race while striving for justice. Rigoberto Ruiz has your story.
Sammy Solis Ramirez is a senior at the John F. Kennedy High School. He, like many, have experienced racism. Samuel was working at his job when a coworker falsely accused him of not belonging there, even though he had a pass.
The way how I experienced it was, it took me to a pain in the heart. He called me names, and it was hard for me to actually speak out because it kind of hurted me. Which later on, I filed a report of him. And I feel like it would have been difficult for them to talk about it. And the reason why I think of it is because, well, they don't want to discuss it because it makes them feel uncomfortable, or other reason is that it's another person's point of view, like they never experienced it. And if I kept on letting it happen, it will make the situation worse. Now, there are things to have the situation way worse, and it continues till this day, is having the parents teaching the younger kids about the knowledge that they absorb, that ideology that's been passed to generation.
He has solutions in mind to add a little balance to society.
Now, one way we could not let this happen is asking our government, having our government to help us look at what we can do. Like looking through communities, having police officers see how they train. Mostly looking at police officers of ending police brutality or racial profiling. And I feel like we could do a better place if we keep pressuring the government and asking them, hey, can you help us out?
For KCTV, I'm Rigoberto Ruiz.
Thanks, Rico. Our next story is about a teacher here at Kennedy and a dream she is chasing. A challenge to represent her home country in the Summer Olympic Games. Now, the road hasn't been easy, but her commitment is carrying her through. Jepta Janeja has the story of a Kennedy teacher who's going for gold.
Theo LaFawn is on a mission.
I am an Olympic women triple jumper. It is a hop, a step, and a jump in which I land into the pit. A sand pit, that is.
Miss LaFawn has been working towards this goal since she was a student here at Kennedy 10 years ago.
And I chose this event because I'm actually an ex-dancer. I was classically trained in ballet, tap, and jazz. And my track coaches learned about this and figured that, you know, since the triple jump was a series of jumps, that maybe it'd be easy for me to pick up on it. And they were right.
From Kennedy to the University of Maryland, Miss LaFawn worked towards the ultimate goal, going to the Olympics. And as a dual citizen of Dominica, Miss LaFawn learned that she can get support and compete for her home country in the Caribbean.
I came to America with my family, immigrated here when I was just 6 years old. But I've always been proud of that little gem in the Caribbean, and I've always considered it home.
Miss LaFawn made her way to the 2016 Games in Rio. She was ready to do what she always dreamed about and represent a country. But that dream got put on pause.
The day before I was set to compete, I felt a really sharp pull. I tried toughing it out and jumping on it, but it wasn't a pretty sight, not at all. And so I ended up, I think I finished like last just because I was barely able to even get a jump out at the Olympics, and I was heartbroken.
Those feelings didn't last long.
Nothing quite, fuels a fire like disappointment. And I gave myself 2 days to cry, and yes, I cried for 2 days. And I told myself that I would not put myself in this situation again.
Miss LaFawn feels like she wasn't physically prepared for the 2016 Olympic Games. She made some new adjustments with her coaches and pressed forward with the new goal, the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. But then, another delay.
We were excited. We had set ourselves up for greatness. Then March came along. The entire world stood still. COVID-19 hit us hard. And very soon after, we started hearing conversation about possible delays or postponement of the Olympic Games.
Even though the delay had been frustrating, Miss LaFawn has taken the postponement in stride.
What's one more year? You know, at that point I was ranked top 20 in the world now. And I was like, okay, if I can get this good in 4 years, maybe one more year, you know, make me undeniable.
And what are her goals for the Games this summer?
My expectations for the Olympics this year is a podium. You know, I feel like if you're coming into anything expecting less than at least to win, you're coming in setting yourself up for failure. Like, I'm gonna work my butt off and I'm gonna go for gold. And if I still land on a podium, I will be happy and proud and take my first Olympic medal for my country.
For KCTV, I'm Jepta Juneja.
Thanks, Japta. We've had some cold days this winter, and people are looking for ways to keep warm. One of those ways is through food. Kasaya Landam shows us how to make a warm bowl of ramen in simple steps.
Hi, my name's Kasaya, and I will be making ramen. What else do I actually say? The ramen's delicious. I guess this is my take on just regular, like, packaged ramen that you can make at home. But, yeah, okay. We'll be tackling the meat, stock, and eggs first. Here I'm filling up 2 pots about halfway and oiling 1 small pan. Now I'm turning each stove spot to high. Yeah, don't do this. My stove is crap and just takes forever to heat up. Just turn them to about medium heat, like a 5 or a 6. Okay. Now for the ingredients. Here we go. 1 Beyond Burger or meat of your choice, 1 or 2 eggs, beef bouillon or other flavoring, sesame oil, soy sauce, ramen noodles. I prefer these from Whole Foods, nori, salt, sugar. Once the pan heats up, put in the Beyond Burger or meat of your choice. Cover with the lid to speed up the process and cook all the way through. Once the water in the large pot is about to boil, add the bouillon. Stir to combine and don't accidentally drop your spoon in. Continue trying to get the spoon out, thinking that with another larger spoon you'll be successful, and remembering that the spoon was in the boiling hot water and now you get a small towel to pick it up, but it's still hot and you're hoping that you don't burn yourself because, like, you already got a burn earlier that day making eggs, and now you're questioning why the universe seems to hate you, and it's all. Add about 1 tablespoon of salt, about 2 tablespoons of sugar, about 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, about a half teaspoon of soy sauce, and stir. Once both sides of the burger have a nice char and the burger is practically done, chop into bits with your spatula and cook until completely brown. Set aside. In your other smaller pot, carefully add your 2 eggs, stirring in a circle for the first minute. Let them sit in the pot for about 5 or 8 minutes, depending on how gooey you like your yolks to be. After that, let's sit in a bowl of ice cold water for around the same amount of time. Check on your stock. If it's boiling, turn to low or take completely off the heat and let cool slowly. In the same pot you made your stock in, or a new pot altogether, make your noodles according to their package instructions. Lastly, peel then cut your eggs in half. To peel, crack the shell all over by hitting it on a surface. Chip away at the shell in or above your ice water bowl to make it peeling easier. Ah, now that's what I wanted. Like, you see that? Okay, I know I say things weird. Deal with it. Now we put everything together and just revel in its beauty. Well, that's it for KCTV News. I'm Keziah Latham.
Thank you, Keziah. That does it for this episode of The Sword. Do you have an idea for a story that might be good for the show? Use that link on the screen to submit your ideas. Join us next time for another great episode of The Sword.